Welcome to our YouTube video series, Edge of Extinction, Humanity's Greatest Threats. In this series, we explore existential risks threatening human survival. In this video, we start off trying to understand climate change. Our planet is hurting. From the frozen Arctic to the lush Amazon, the signs are unmistakable. Wildfires rage across continents, leaving behind scorched earth and choking smoke. Hurricanes, once rare, now batter coastlines with terrifying regularity. Floods displace millions, while droughts turn once fertile lands into dust bowls. These are not isolated incidents. They are the consequences of a planet out of balance, a stark warning of the silent driver of chaos, climate change. These images of devastation, sadly, are becoming all too familiar. They are the face of a changing climate, a stark reminder of the delicate balance of our natural world, now teetering on the brink. But how did we get here? What forces are driving these dramatic shifts in our planet's climate system? The answers lie in understanding the delicate interplay between humanity and the natural world. For centuries, our actions have been releasing invisible gases into the atmosphere, gases that trap heat and slowly warm our planet. This warming, though seemingly small, is enough to disrupt weather patterns, shift ocean currents, and alter the delicate balance of ecosystems worldwide. The consequences of our inaction are becoming increasingly clear. The time for complacency is long gone. We must act now, with urgency and determination, to rewrite the narrative of climate change. The future of our planet, the future of our children and grandchildren, depends on the choices we make today. Climate change. It's a term we hear often, but what does it actually mean? Simply put, it's the long-term shift in global temperatures and weather patterns, primarily driven by the increase of greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere. These gases, like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, act like a blanket around our planet, trapping heat from the sun and warming the Earth's surface. This warming effect, known as the greenhouse effect, is not inherently bad. In fact, it's essential for life as we know it. Without it, the Earth would be a frigid, inhospitable place. However, like most things in life, balance is key. Since the Industrial Revolution, human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, have released enormous amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This has significantly amplified the natural greenhouse effect, leading to a rapid increase in global temperatures. The consequences are far-reaching. Rising temperatures are melting glaciers and ice caps at an alarming rate, causing sea levels to rise. Weather patterns are becoming more extreme, leading to more frequent and intense heat waves, droughts, floods, and storms. The very fabric of our planet's climate system is being disrupted, with potentially catastrophic consequences for all life on Earth. The Earth's climate has always fluctuated naturally over millennia. However, the current warming trend is happening at an unprecedented rate, far exceeding any natural variations observed in the past. The scientific evidence is overwhelming. Human activities are the dominant cause of this rapid warming. The burning of fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas for energy is the primary culprit. These fuels, formed over millions of years from ancient plant and animal matter, release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases when burned. Deforestation, driven by agriculture and logging, further exacerbates the problem by removing trees, which absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Industrial processes, agricultural practices, and even our everyday activities, from driving cars to powering our homes, contribute to the problem. The sheer scale of human activity on the planet, combined with our reliance on fossil fuels, has created an imbalance in the Earth's carbon cycle, leading to a steady accumulation of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. The consequences are already being felt around the world, with more frequent and intense heat waves, droughts, floods, and wildfires. Sea levels are rising, threatening coastal communities and ecosystems. The delicate balance of the Earth's climate system is being disrupted, with potentially catastrophic consequences for all life on Earth. Nowhere is the impact of climate change more visible than in the Earth's polar regions. The Arctic, once a realm of pristine ice and snow, is warming at twice the rate of the rest of the planet. Glaciers, once mighty rivers of ice, are retreating at an alarming rate, their meltwater contributing to rising sea levels. The melting of the Greenland ice sheet, a vast reservoir of fresh water, is a particular concern. If it were to melt entirely, it would raise global sea levels by about 7 meters, inundating coastal cities and displacing millions. While such a scenario is unlikely in the near future, even a fraction of that melt would have devastating consequences. The impacts of rising sea levels are already being felt around the world. Coastal erosion is accelerating, threatening homes, infrastructure, and livelihoods. Low-lying island nations face an existential threat, their very existence at risk from the encroaching sea. The melting ice also disrupts ocean currents, which play a vital role in regulating global temperatures and weather patterns. The consequences of these disruptions are complex and far-reaching, potentially leading to more extreme weather events and shifts in climate zones. We hope you're loving our video. Please like and subscribe to our channel so we can keep making more videos like this. Forests, often called the lungs of the planet, play a critical role in regulating the Earth's climate. They absorb vast amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through photosynthesis, storing it in their wood, leaves, and roots. However, deforestation, driven by agriculture, logging, and other human activities, is diminishing this vital carbon sink. When forests are cleared or burned, the carbon they store is released back into the atmosphere, contributing to the greenhouse effect. Deforestation also disrupts local and regional weather patterns, leading to changes in rainfall and temperature. This can create a vicious cycle where deforestation leads to drier conditions, making it more difficult for forests to regenerate and increasing the risk of wildfires. The Amazon rainforest, the largest tropical rainforest on Earth, is a prime example. It plays a vital role in regulating the global climate, absorbing billions of tons of carbon dioxide each year. However, deforestation rates in the Amazon have been alarmingly high in recent years, driven by agricultural expansion, illegal logging, and mining. As deforestation continues, the Amazon is approaching a tipping point, beyond which it may no longer be able to sustain itself as a rainforest. This would have catastrophic consequences for the global climate, releasing vast amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and accelerating climate change. The unequal price of change. While climate change is a global issue, its impacts are not felt equally. Developing countries, particularly those in low-lying coastal areas and regions prone to droughts and floods, are disproportionately vulnerable. The developed world, with its reliance on fossil fuels, bears the primary responsibility for the current climate crisis. This disparity highlights the urgent need for climate justice. There are points of no return. As the Earth's climate warms, scientists warn of tipping points, critical thresholds beyond which irreversible changes could occur. These tipping points are like dominoes. Once one falls, it can trigger a cascade of others. One such tipping point is the melting of the West Antarctic ice sheet. Its collapse could raise sea levels by several meters, inundating coastal cities. Another concern is the potential shutdown of the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, or AMOC. The consequences would be severe, leading to significant changes in weather patterns and sea levels. A shared responsibility. Climate change is a global challenge that demands a global response. It is a problem that transcends national boundaries, requiring international cooperation and collective action to address its root causes and mitigate its impacts. The Paris Agreement, adopted by nearly 200 countries in 2015, represents a landmark achievement in international climate diplomacy. The agreement aims to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, with efforts to limit the increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius. To achieve this goal, countries have committed to reducing their greenhouse gas emissions through a combination of policies and measures tailored to their national circumstances. While the Paris Agreement provides a framework for international cooperation, its success hinges on the willingness of individual countries to implement ambitious climate policies and to hold each other accountable for their commitments. This requires strong leadership, political will, and a shared understanding that addressing climate change is not just an environmental imperative, it is also an economic, social, and moral imperative. The transition to a low-carbon economy will require significant investments in renewable energy, energy efficiency, sustainable transportation, and other climate-friendly technologies. It will also require changes in consumer behavior, such as reducing energy consumption, adopting sustainable lifestyles, and supporting businesses that prioritize environmental sustainability. It's time for action. The time for complacency is long gone. The scientific evidence is irrefutable. Climate change is real, it is happening now, and it is primarily caused by human activities. The impacts of climate change are already being felt around the world, and they are projected to become more severe and widespread in the coming decades. However, it is not too late to act. We have the knowledge, the technology, and the resources to mitigate climate change and adapt to its unavoidable impacts. What we need now is the political will, the collective action and the unwavering determination to create a sustainable future for all. The transition to a low-carbon economy will not be easy, but it is essential for the long-term health of our planet and the well-being of future generations. It will require a fundamental shift in our energy systems, our transportation systems, our food systems, and our consumption patterns. But this transition also presents an unprecedented opportunity to create a more just, equitable, and sustainable world. It is an opportunity to invest in clean energy technologies, create green jobs, improve public health, and protect our planet's precious ecosystems. The road ahead. The road ahead will be challenging, but it is a journey we must undertake together. It is a journey that demands our collective wisdom, our unwavering courage, and our unwavering commitment to creating a future where humanity and nature can thrive in harmony. In the next part of our journey, we will delve deeper into one of the most pressing consequences of climate change: rising sea levels. We will explore the science behind this phenomenon, the impacts it is already having on coastal communities around the world, and the innovative solutions being developed to adapt to this growing threat. The future of our planet depends on the choices we make today. Let us choose wisely, let us choose boldly, and let us choose to act together. The time for action is now.